Hey guys, we shot a pretty in-depth video going over the FAST Pack EDC Sterile Edition and Armory Builder. However, we discovered when we started editing the video that the audio files appeared to be corrupt. We've done the best we can to recover those audio files, but we just wanted to go ahead and apologize for the low quality audio with this video. The content's still great. We think it's really relevant. It answers a lot of the questions you guys have asked for us. We just apologize for the low quality audio. Thanks. Welcome to the FAST Pack EDC Sterile Edition product overview. In this video, we're going to do a full walkthrough of the FAST Pack EDC Sterile Edition from top to bottom, inside and out. What makes the FAST Pack EDC Sterile Edition so unique is that it's only available in our Armory custom builder. It comes as a base model that you see here, which is going to be the version that we're going to go over in this video. But in the customizer, you can choose either different fabrics, as you see here, like the Cordura or the VX. You can also do wax canvas and others. You can also pick color or camo within that fabric. And then you can also decide if you want Velcro up here on the top panel, add moly on the sides or on the front as well. The FAST Pack EDC comes in at 28 liters, making it 6 liters bigger than our FAST Pack Lightspeed and 4 liters bigger than our Axiom 24 backpack. It is currently the largest pack in our lineup. We're now going to go over the features and benefits of the FAST Pack EDC Sterile Edition, starting on the exterior. You'll first notice on the front exterior of the bag, you're going to have 2 compartments here. This top upper compartment is a zipper compartment with internal organization. So you have different slots for cell phone, wallet, keys, knives, pens, flashlights, charging cables, etc. It also just makes a great drop pocket if you just want to drop something in there real quick, say your passport, wallet, or ID when you're traveling through security or something like that. This next pocket here is a full-length pocket. It actually comes up behind this organizational pocket and goes all the way down to the bottom of the bag here. Just to demonstrate that, as you can see here, my hand goes all the way down, and then I can come all the way up here as well. This is great for smaller layers, such as like a light rain layer, charging cables, tablets, things of that nature. Again, if you're moving through security or everyday commuter or something like that, it's just a great pouch, or a great pocket to just quickly dump some gear in. We tend to use it for charging cables if you're just breaking down from your desk to go somewhere else to work from a coffee shop or something. It's a great compartment to just drop your notepad, charging cables, things like that into, and quickly be able to access it when you get to where you're going. Moving around to the side of the bag, both sides are exactly mirrored the same. If you just stick with the Sterile Edition, you only have two arrays of webbing here. It's actually broken down into 3 sections, unlike the Lightspeed, which is only 2 sections. Again, you can clip anything here from water bottles, carabiners. You can do certain moly pouches as well from their user's preference. You'll have these attachment points here. That's for the included compression straps that come with the bag. So you can run those compression straps around to the front and then attach a transporter tail if you wish, or you can choose to omit them as I have done here in this example. Moving to the bottom of the side here, you have this inverted zipper compartment that actually comes up all the way, about halfway the side of the bag to this seam here. Just to show you what that looks like, you'll have this zipper here that you can either tuck up to kind of maintain a little bit low profile, or you can just have it hang free here. You open that up, and again, it's a pretty nice size compartment. It goes all the way up here, and you have a D-ring attachment point here that allows you could do something like a compass, a GPS, keys, or something like that on a lanyard system. So when you're wearing the bag, you can have the bag on, you can reach down, access it, pull your keys out, do whatever, your key card or whatever, let it go, and it would then zip back up into that compartment. It's also great for travel. Again, you grab some quick snacks or something like that, something you want to acquire while you're on the go. You can slide them up under there, just zip it shut, and then while you're on the move, reach around, unzip it, grab that item that you're looking for, and then zip it back shut. Moving to the top of the bag, you'll notice a clear difference between the Sterile Edition and previous editions. We omitted the paracord retention system that goes around the top here, and now you just have a reinforced carry handle. You'll also notice that we maintained the Hypalon cover here for the hydration port. So again, you can attach your hydration bladder on the inside, have your port run out here, and you have nice protection here with that Hypalon cover to keep moisture, water, dirt, debris from getting inside of the bag. Moving around to the bottom of the bag, you'll have the option to either include or omit these bottom compression straps. These are great for if you're doing really long extended travel. It's just an extra area to attach items, whether it be rain layer, extra clothes, an additional pouch or something like that. If you're using it more in the backcountry, it's a great place to put your sleeping pad or tent if it's small enough to fit in there. But again, in the customizer, you can choose to omit these. If you choose to do so, we will still include the attachment points for these. We just won't include the actual straps themselves. You'll also notice that we'll have these tri-glides here. Those are unremovable. Those will stay in place, and those are for if you opt to have a transporter tail. This is how the transporter tail will attach to the bottom of the bag to then hinge or fold forward. Moving around to the back of the bag, we have included the new updated back panel on this new FAST Pack EDC. It's got a 1/4 inch more foam, and it just has a newly redesigned airflow array of the padding that thus far we've received really positive feedback on, that this is the most comfortable and most breathable back panel that we've had on the FAST Packs to date. Focusing in on the shoulder straps, we've made no changes to the shoulder straps off the current version of the FAST Pack EDC. So you still have that nice, thick, padded shoulder strap with that slight S-curve to have it fit optimally on your upper chest and shoulders. You have these upper load lifters to help you adjust the load up and down off of your upper back, depending on how heavy the bag may be. You have tri-glides to help adjust the strap system to fit perfectly with your body. On both straps, we've included these elastic keepers. Again, that's for your hydration hose. Of course, you can hook anything else you'd like to it. The idea being if you run your hydration hose out either to the left or the right, you could just simply slide the hose through one of these elastic keepers to keep it nice and tucked into the shoulder strap itself. Coming on down, you have 2 D-ring attachment points. Again, great for clipping small items such as a GPS unit or keys or something like that. You have a different array of sized loop webbing all throughout the shoulder straps. Again, if you wanted to attach some kind of different chest pouch system, or again, just loop something through there, whether it be a water bottle, GPS, a separate pouch that may not be a tad pouch can attach very easily there as well. You have your sternum strap that's adjustable up and down, again, to optimally fit your body type. And then, of course, you've got just the kind of the stereotypical shoulder strap adjustment points down here on the bottom, with plenty of webbing to fit just about every body size. Moving to the main internal compartment of the bag, we'll first touch on this intersection and then flip it around and talk about the lid section. In this main compartment, starting at the top, you'll see you'll have 2 D-ring attachment points up here. That's for anything like control panels, whether it be the current edition or a previous edition. You could use that to attach third-party accessories. You could also use them to attach your hydration bladder. However, we've also included this single webbing strip here with a tri-glide that pretty much accommodates just about every hydration bladder on the market. So you could suspend it this way, or again, using these top D-rings. Again, you access the hydration port up here at the top, Hypalon reinforced, so you can run that hose out and then down on the shoulder straps. Coming down on the outside perimeter of the internal of the bag, you'll have a series of different D-ring attachment points. Again, if you want to do control panels, you can certainly do that, whether current edition or old. Third-party accessories mount very easily here. You can also use the included compression straps that come with the bag. If you don't want to use those on the external of the bag, you can use them on the internal of the bag to use that as a separator, if you will. If you wanted to compress a laptop here, clothing, transport cube, again, the world is your oyster. We just gave you 4 on either side, so you can adjust that. You can do an X configuration, you can do them crisscross, or however you want to set that up. Moving down to the bottom of the bag, you'll have 2 more large tri-glides down here. Again, if you wanted to take the transporter tail off the external of the bag and mount it on the internal, that is your hinge point. Of course, you could use that to mount your transport sleeve as well. So again, you'd have this bottom hinge point or folder type system that you can use as a segregator inside your bag. Looking to the sides, you have 2 water bottle compartments. So these are just kind of open top drop compartments. Of course, you can use those for water bottles or you can use those to separate gear. Again, charging cables and things of that nature fit in very well there. They're easily accessible just by opening the bag and kind of reaching in down into that compartment without messing with all the other stuff in your bag. On the front of each water bottle compartment, you have 3 rows of PALS webbing. Again, if you wanted to attach accessories such as pouches, whether they be tab or third party, if you wanted to use those as just holders, again, for pins, knives, flashlights, slender items that may clip into those, you're certainly welcome to. We've seen a multitude of different attachment points here that folks use. Moving around to the internal of the front flap, you have 2 mesh pockets, both zippered. You have this upper one, gives you a little bit of space up here at the top, goes down about halfway down the flap, and then you have this lower one, which again is about halfway down the flap. We've also maintained the secret hidden compartment that is located under this seam. So if you open up this bottom compartment, reach under, you'll feel a seam here that's held together by Velcro. If you open that up, it will reveal a hidden compartment that goes up behind this upper rectangular section of the top mesh compartment. So that covers all the main features of the FAST Pack EDC Sterile Edition. Again, it'll be available in our armory where you can customize MOLLE panels here on the sides, down here on the front, as well as Velcro up here on the top, as well as bottom compression straps and adding a transporter tail or not. What we're going to do now is I'm just going to do a few baseline configurations using the transporter tail or compression straps just to show you some different examples of how you can set the EDC up. The first configuration that you can do with the EDC is if you opt out of not building it with a transporter tail, it'll come just like this with the compression straps mounted to the front of the bag. Again, you can easily take these off or switch them up. This is one configuration you can use. This is great for if you want to attach something to the outside, like a jacket or something like that. Again, if you're moving quickly through an environment or something like that, you don't want to open the bag. You can just undo the buckle, slide your jacket in, clip it back down, compress it down. It's also great if you're doing adventure travel or something like that. You need to attach this to, your roof rack of your off-road vehicle or in the bed of a truck. You just want to secure it down or something like that. They also work great for that. The next potential configuration is, of course, if you do opt to build yours with the transporter tail. This is what most customers end up doing because you can remove the tail, store it in the bag, and use it as needed. It also serves similar as a function of just having the compression straps. However, it adds a little bit more security. It also adds additional carry benefits that are inherent in the transporter tail design. To show you what that looks like, you would undo the buckles. The transporter tail would then fold down. You put what item you want to compress against here, whether it be, you can do big items because you can just extend this tail out to kind of fold up and around. Or you could do small items just like a jacket or a rain layer or something like that. It really depends on you. But what the tail also allows you to do is carry long items as well. The tail has a pocket down here at the bottom. You could drop something down here, the buttstock of a rifle, long wood, pieces of wood if you're carrying wood to your campsite or whatever the case may be. You can then enclose the item by folding these in and buckling them together, working the compression straps to fit the width of whatever the item may be. And then you can run the compression straps around the front here. You see here, again, working them to fit the width of the bag and the item to compress a long item here against your EDC. So again, that's the second configuration you could build this with utilizing the transporter tail. Another potential configuration you can use if you choose to build yours with the transporter tail is instead of mounting the tail on the outside of the bag, is mounting it on the inside of the bag. Utilizing the attachment points around the perimeter of the inside compartment, you can take the transporter tail and mount it in and have it operate as a separator, as a sleeve protector, whatever the case may be. Some use case examples we've seen in the past, you can use this as a laptop sleeve to slide a laptop in there, magazines, papers, file folders, things of that nature, as well as a water or hydration bladder retainer. So something you could do is suspend your hydration bladder here, slide it behind the transporter tail here, and it really secures it against the back of the backpack. You don't have it sloshing around left and right. Another potential configuration you can do, should you choose to not build yours with a transporter's tail or choose to just not use the transporter tail, you can take the compression straps that are included with your bag And instead of using them on the outside of the bag, you can use them on the inside of the bag. Similar to how we just showed with the transporter tail, you can use the outside perimeter attachment points to weave in the compression straps and then tighten them down or loosen them up depending on whatever it is you're using it to compress the item down. That can be a laptop, again, or a transporter sleeve, luggage, rolls of clothing, whatever it may be. Again, this could also be used for a hydration bladder if you wanted to suspend a hydration bladder in here and use those compression straps to hold it against the back of the bag. That concludes this quick overview of the FAST Pack EDC Sterile Edition. Again, it'll be available exclusively in our armory, so you can custom build it to your specifications, whether it be fabric, color, camo, moly, or Velcro specifications. It'll be made in Old Fort, North Carolina. Build times are around 6 to 8 weeks. Most of the time it's a little sooner than that, but we like to give some buffer there. We don't have a timeline of how long it will be available in Armory, so if this is something that you're after, we suggest you go ahead and get your spec build in so we can go ahead and get to work on that. We may close the Armory like we did with the Lightspeed because we may be introducing a new product in Armory sometime between now and the end of the year. Thanks for all the support.